At Goldfish Swim School Danvers, we're more than just swim lessons. We're about building confidence, teaching life-saving water safety skills, and creating a golden experience in every lesson. With small class sizes, a warm 90-degree pool, and a large viewing area for parents, every detail is designed to help kids feel comfortable and excited to learn. We're proud to be part of the Danvers and North Shore community, supporting families, celebrating milestones, and cheering on our local teams. Goldfish Swim School Danvers. Swim by to check us out. And remember, you got this!
Thank you for joining us tonight as we celebrate a very special group of student athletes, our class of 2026 seniors. Tonight is more than just a game. It's about the early mornings, the late buses, the locker room laughs, the tough losses, the big wins, and the memories that will last a lifetime. These seniors have shown dedication, leadership, and heart, and they have helped shape the culture of Danvers hockey for years to come. At this time, we would like to start recognizing our seniors. First, we have our team manager, Kyle Borghardt, with his parents, Danielle and Michael.
Oh, you might have to edit some of it, because... Alright.
Next up, we have our team manager, Beckett Wardowski, with his parents, Nicole and Chris.
Alright. Oh, she's my brother. Alright.
Next up, we have number 14, left wing, Lucas McKenna, with his parents, Glenn and Maria, and brother Jacob and Cameron.
Here, let me just go around. So I can see, is this on?
Yep, you're good.
That part. The camera, the mic's muted.
No, not right now.
This one's not muted?
Nope.
So they can hear us?
Yep.
I don't know. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, just making sure it's turning on.
So that is this but bigger?
Yep.
We'll help you see.
Next up, we have 20, Seth Quinn Price, along with his parents, Don and Jeff, and sister May. Next, we have number 4, defenseman Jason Moody, alongside his parents Caitlin and Dennis, brother Joey and Ryan, and sister Noelle, and grandmothers Lorna and Joanne. Next, we have number 2, right wing, Gavin Cooper, with his parents, Christine and Joe, and brother Mason. Next we have number 29, goalie Evan Morey, with his parents Don and Jason, and sisters Grace and Brooke, brother CJ, and sister-in-law Marley. Next we have number 12, center Cooper Dunham, with his parents Kim and Bob, brother Christian, and grandmother Mary. Next we have number 9, defenseman, alternate captain Jake Langless, with his parents Amy and Todd, and brother Ty. Next we have number 19, left wing, captain Thomas Fish, alongside his parents Jody and Peter. Last, but certainly not, we have number 3, defenseman, captain Drew Godfrey, alongside his parents Tara and Andrew, and sister Courtney, and grandfather Robert. Senior players, would you please come to this end to line up? Senior players. To the families, thank you for the countless rides, the early mornings, the support in the stands, and everything you have done behind the scenes. To our seniors, your legacy is not just in goals, saves, or wins, but in the example you set for the younger players to follow. You will always be part of the Falcon hockey family. On behalf of the Danvers hockey family, we would like to wish all our seniors the best in all their future academic and athletic endeavors. Good luck for tonight's game.
Welcome to Senior Night. My name is Owen Tambor, getting you ready for tonight's action in a pivotal game for the Danvers Falcons. That's no understatement. Right now, the Falcons sitting at 1 game under 500 with 3 games to go. Tonight against 2-14, Masconomet looking to spoil the Falcons season. While Masconomet may not be heading for the playoffs, they can certainly spoil Danvers' future aspirations for the playoffs. Let's set the stage here, folks. Danvers at 7-8-2. They're still in the power rankings where they'd make it regardless of record. But if they fall tonight, that will pretty much do it for them, as they'd have to finish the rest of their last 2 games. One against Triton Regional, who they should beat, and then one against a to-be-determined team. But that would still put them only, if they lost tonight, at a 500 record, and they may not be high enough in the power rankings. So they need to win tonight and at least give themselves a chance to either be in the top 32 or 35, I believe, in the power rankings, or above a 500 record. So if they fall, they'd at least get a play-in game due to being above 500. That's how the MIAA playoffs work, folks. Want to thank Nolan for filming this game tonight, as we are very short-staffed. He's going to do a great job tonight, folks, as we get ready for this big hockey game. And last time out, as we remember, Danvers struggled against a team that they really couldn't find any success against this season, and that would be Marblehead. Marblehead beat Danvers twice this year, and Marblehead beat Danvers twice this year. And last time out, it was a 4-3 loss for Danvers. Really a devastating loss. Now puts more pressure on the Falcons, as they need to finish out this season probably undefeated in order to have a good chance at the playoffs. And we know tonight is senior night, so we can look for the senior players to really carry the load for the Falcons. Players such as Evan Morey in goal, the Bishop Fenwick transfer. He's been great all season long. We're going to look for senior Cooper Dunham, who's had a point in probably every single game this year. I'm not quite sure on that, but I imagine it's most likely true. And for Marblehead, we're going to look for players such as Brendan Sheehan, the senior captain forward, to carry the load for Masconomet. Masconomet having a tough year, as I said, sitting at 2-14, but none of that matters now. They know they're not going to make the playoffs, but as I said, they can spoil their rival Danvers and ruin the rest of their season, and that's what Masconomet is looking to do tonight. Just about 4 minutes until we get the opening face-off in this game. I'm going to look for a big game out of Cooper Dunham tonight. He really has carried the load all season long for this Falcons squad. He's going to have to do it again tonight if he wants his team to make the playoffs for a third straight year in terms of when I've been here. Last year, Danvers, they won their first-round playoff game against Neshoba Regional at home, but playing at Peabody's McVan Arena, 4-3, before eventually playing Nauset Regional, who was the Division III champion last year. That game went less than ideal, but can't really blame Danvers, as Nauset kind of destroyed everyone last year, and they're pretty much playing the same this year. Nauset, one of the best teams in Division III. So, pretty much set the stage for you there, folks. Danvers in a critical game tonight on senior night. Got to put behind the senior festivities, which I'm sure Cooper Dunham is ready to do tonight. We'll be back in just a couple minutes, folks. We take you back in here just a minute until we get these festivities started. We already had the senior night festivities, but we're going to get the opening lineups for you in just a couple of minutes here, 50 seconds to be exact. And as I mentioned, really pivotal game for Danvers. Masconomet trying to play spoiler, trying to ruin the Danvers season. Danvers, a team that is consistently in the playoffs due to the fact that they give themselves an extremely difficult schedule every year, so usually they're high up in the power rankings. But this year, sitting just above 500, they're going to need to win the remaining of these games. And this is probably the easiest part of their schedule on paper, but they soiled their last game out against Marblehead, a team that's had Danvers' number all season long, beating them by one goal in both at home and on the road. Danvers is going to have to put that one behind them. A tough loss on Tuesday. Going to have to take down a 2-14 Masconomet, who they're not thinking about their record. They're thinking about destroying Danvers tonight. These two teams certainly don't like each other. It should be a big game tonight. We got a packed house, students from Danvers all up in this crowd right now at Raymond J. Bork Arena. I want to say thank you for Nolan for filming this game tonight. Should be a good one. Music really piercing in the arena tonight as we get ready for this hockey game. I'll let everyone listen in to the opening lineups.
Now, we would like to announce our starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Chieftains from Masconomet. At left wing, senior, number 18, Thomas Finn. At center, senior captain, number 7, Brendan Sheehan. At right wing, junior, number 15, Eric DiPlacido. On defense, senior captain, number 8, Jack Whedon. Also on defense, senior, number 10, Drew Nelson. And in goal, sophomore, number 35, Jackson Yesby. The Chieftains are led by head coach Andrew Bogle and is assisted by coaches Jake Jesse and Matt Cadillo. Now for your Danvers Falcons, at left wing, senior, number 20, Quinn Price. At center, senior, number 4, Jason Ludy. At right wing, senior, number 14, Lucas McKenna. On defense, senior captain, number 3, Drew Godfrey. Also on defense, senior captain, number 9, Jake Langless. And in goal, senior, number 29, Evan Morey. Your Falcons are led by head coach Bill Sheehan and is assisted by Matt Churchill, Shane Swan, and Trevor McNeil. Tonight's Danvers Youth Hockey flag bearer is Chase Keefe. We ask that you please rise for our national anthem. Tonight's anthem will be sung by Brooke Wilichowski.
Stripes
What a fantastic rendition of the national anthem right there. Usually we hear some crappy Spotify version. Right there, a great rendition of the national anthem as we get ready for this Northeastern Conference rivalry matchup between the Masconomet Chieftains and the Danvers Falcons here in their final home game, unless they get a play-in home game at home for a pivotal senior night. Masconomet trying to ruin Danvers' season. If Danvers fell tonight, their odds of making the playoffs are probably slim to none. If they win tonight, and they win against Triton Regional, who's 0-18 in their next game, they can probably finish up their second tournament game after Triton with a win and make their way into the playoffs for my third straight year here at DCAT. Let's look for the seniors tonight who are being honored for their dedication to this program to have a great game. That's what we're hoping for. I'm going to look for Cooper Dunham, first-line player, star in the Northeastern Conference, one of the leaders in points in this conference. To really carry the load tonight, he's going to have to put everything on the line to get his team into the playoffs in his senior year, as he'll go in for the opening draw. Nolan will be on camera tonight. Thank you, Nolan. Puck is dropped. Face-off is won by Cooper Dunham and the Falcons, and Fish will take it in. Fish taking it in. Fish dragging it in. He shoots. Already a good chance by the Falcons. Fish taking on everyone by himself, but a good save by Masconomet's goalie right there, number 35. That's Jackson Yepsey, a sophomore goalie. Not too much experience, but he looks ready there. Drew Godfrey takes a slapper, sticked away by Sophronis, and Danvers keeps it in the zone here. Falcons playing aggressive, trying to get an early goal. Fish behind the net, but he loses track of the puck, but he's there on the forecheck. Fish playing the puck, but he loses it, and Masconomet throws it across the ice into their own zone and looks to reset. The Chieftains breaking out of their zone nicely. Here comes the assistant captain, but Dunham grabs the puck and he'll dump it in, and Danvers will go for some pretty early changes, not even a minute into this hockey game. Masconomet taking it up the ice. What a move right there by Dominicus. Gottfried gonna have to retreat here. Evan Morey ready for the wraparound. It doesn't come. Danvers trying to take the puck out of the zone, and they get it past the blue line and out to neutral ice. Captain for Masconomet throws it up the ice, but it's intercepted cleanly by Owen Swanton, who drops it off for Hockney, but Hockney with a bad turnover in front. Thankfully, Swanton there to support him. Danvers can take advantage of a 3-on-2 if they keep going. Gavin Cooper going in front. Cooper back to Swanton. Swanton in front. Shot! Not in. Good save. Now top of the key. Dominicus wraps it around the board, but no one's there to retrieve the puck. Swanton trying to cut off the body and the puck. He's not able to, and the Chieftains break out of their own zone. Hockney will dump it in, and Danvers will go for some mass changes, and Masconomet will make a couple as well. Danvers player falls at center ice, but we play on. Falcons breaking through neutral ice. Swanton, a good player and a good goal scorer, coming up the side boards. Swanton looking for support, throws it in the middle. No one's there. Kept in the zone. Shot! Almost in. Sophronis, the sophomore goalie, on top of things early, as his defense has definitely let up a lot of shots, and will have an early icing. Sorry, not Sophronis. My apologies. Jackson Yepsey, as I said earlier. Danvers dominating this game so far. A lot of shots on net, but nothing to show for it. 12:54 remaining in the first period in a pivotal game, as we discussed. Masconomet comes out of the pack with the puck behind the net, but Danvers trying to forecheck. Puck is thrown lazily into the middle, but Masconomet gets lucky and gets it behind. Danvers forechecking, trying to keep it in the zone. Langlis tries getting a stick on it. Now a 2-on-1 for Masconomet. Thrown across. What a steal right there. Beautiful, beautiful play from number 6. Connor Dombowski saving a potential goal-scoring opportunity. Now in front, Evan Morey. What a save! Evan Morey saving the team right there and saving a goal. That was Danvers' problem last game. Too many silly turnovers in front of their own net, leaving Evan Morey out to dry, as well as a bunch of penalties. Not to name someone, but Thomas Fish last game had about 3 penalties, which were not helpful in their loss against Marblehead 4-3. Danvers going to have to be more clean if they want to come out with a win. Gottfried, senior captain, throws it up the boards, and it does come out. Now Dunham breaking loose. Cooper Dunham with the puck. Dunham needs some help, throws it in the middle. It's off of a stick, and Godfrey keeps it in. Now a shot from DeDominicis, top, it's loose. Their goalie's on top of it right now. Fish trying to keep it in. Masconomet has a chance to get it out, and they do. Gottfried looking for support. He'll throw it up the middle to Dunham, and Dunham will go back to defense. Masconomet not letting Danvers get forward right now. This one won't go for icing as it's going to slow up before it reaches behind the goal. 11:33 remaining in the first period. We find ourselves scoreless early in this hockey game. DeDominicis needs some help. Makes a nice pivot move with the skates and finds Fish. Fish will dump it in as Sheehan was screaming for some changes. Masconomet sitting behind their own net. And number 11, Lucas Polito, a freshman. A lot of freshmen on this Masconomet team. They'll be better in a couple years. Swanton with a shot. That one goes off, and there's a stick loose. Swanton pressuring the Masconomet defenders, and he'll grab the puck. Swanton makes a smart play and doesn't go to the boards, and Cooper's behind the net. Cooper getting hit by a couple defenders, and he'll throw it up to the point. Hockney makes a pass to Gottfried, but Gottfried being pressured immediately. He makes a nice move. Gottfried coming in. Shot. Not quite in. And finally covered by Jackson Yespe, who's been great early in this game. Without Yespe back there, there might be a couple of goals behind for Danvers in this game. I want to thank everyone for joining us. Nolan, you're doing a great job up there. Thank you for filming this game. Doing a great job up there, Nolan. We appreciate it. And we'll be ready for you for baseball in just a couple months. Puck is dropped. Medeiros has it. Medeiros going behind the net. He needs support. Throws it up to the top of the key. One-time slapper. Loose in front. Danvers just misses the net. Dunham had a wide open net and he didn't get it. Medeiros now needs to support his team. He has the puck. And Fish comes in to support. Fish swivels back and throws it to the point to Langlis. Langlis shot on net. Just wide. Now Hockney throws it, but it's intercepted, and he'll have to retreat, and he'll have plenty of time to do so, and he'll go back to Jacob Langlis, who scored in the last game. Langlis to Medeiros. Medeiros found himself being pressured there by number 18, Thomas Finn, not to be confused with Danvers' Thomas Fish. Langlis coming up the boards. He'll throw this one in. It should not go for icing as a Masconomet player played the puck. This one's thrown in front lazily by Dunham. And now Masconomet coming out of the zone. Here comes their captain. Good hip check from Langlis. But Masconomet still with it in the zone. Number 18, Thomas Finn has it. A freshman. He throws it behind the net. The captain for Masconomet gets drilled across the boards, but it's a good clean hit. Players jostling for the puck along the boards. The referee watching closely, making sure nothing goes on that isn't allowed. Puck thrown in front. Good stick from Langlis, but Danvers, this is where they let up goals, needs to get it out. Dunham, coming back from his offensive role onto defense, throws it up to Langlis. Langlis coming up, he'll dump this one in on the goal, and Jackson Yespe will glove it. 9:10 remaining in the first period. We got a full crowd tonight, that's for sure, at Raymond J. Bork Arena here on Endicott College's beautiful campus right on the water. Swanton will be on the draw here. Swanton wins the draw. He's going to go around the net with it. He needs some support. Swanton loses it. Masconomet trying to break out, but Danvers being aggressive on the forecheck with Sheehan and others. Puck behind the net now. Chieftains trying to get it out of their own zone. Chieftains struggling to get it out, and Danvers fans on a shot, and finally Masconomet gets it out, but it goes right to DeDominicis. And Danvers will dump it in. Not going to be icing as he was just past the red line. Under 9 minutes in this first period, 0-0 game. Danvers needs this win. That one's thrown in front. A good screen there. But Jackson Yespe really on top of things, keeping his team in the game. He's faced probably about 8 or 9 shots already in this first period. We got the first line back on the ice. I can imagine the first line going to be playing extended minutes for the Falcons. Brendan Sheehan, the senior forward, loses the faceoff. Danvers shot. Danvers scores! 1-0 Falcons early in the hockey game. That's what they need. We'll see who gets the goal here. I believe that's who we're talking about. It's Cooper Dunham, star player Yeah, Cooper Dunham with the goal, star player for the Falcons and in the Northeastern Conference. He's known to score goals, get points, and do everything in between for the Falcons. Exactly what they need early in this game with their season on the line. The recent goal scorer, Dunham, will be on the faceoff draw. He'll win it, but Masconomet will slap it right into the zone, and Fish with a stick on the puck, not able to get it cleanly, and it will fly all the way around Evan Morey. I think has only faced one shot, but it was quite the incredible save. Now this one's thrown up the ice. Here come the Falcons. Here comes Dunham. Recent goal scorer, Dunham. Needs some help. Makes a stick move. He's going in front. Cooper Dunham makes a move. He scores! Cooper Dunham is filthy. Makes a nice move. Takes on the whole team, and he scores. That's what I talked about earlier, folks. Cooper Dunham needed to take over this game, and right now he has all the Masconomet defenders on skates, as he did right there. Dominating this game early are the Falcons and Dunham. Cooper Dunham does not want this season to end for the Falcons. Right now, taking it to the Chieftains, who find themselves down 2-0 super early in this game. Here come the Falcons, breaking into the zone now, trying to get in front and extend this lead further. That shot's whiffed. Here comes Masconomet. They might have a breakaway. That one's going to be a penalty. Masconomet screaming for a penalty shot here. I don't think they're going to get a penalty shot, but definitely a bad turnover right there for the Falcons after they just gained a ton of momentum. Kind of a whiff shot there led to a turnover. We're going to have a penalty to number 15 right there. Lucas McKenna. Sorry, Aiden Hockney, my apologies, with the penalty. Danvers going to have to kill a penalty. Last game, they killed most of them, but a couple of them led to goals against Marblehead. Now Marblehead going to try to set up. Danvers going to try to just keep clearing the puck as they have a lead and don't need to feel panicked. Fast-moving first period right now. 7 minutes remaining in the first. Masconomet breaking into the zone. 20 seconds gone in the power play already. Chieftains trying to set up here. Shot on net. Almost in. What a nice play from Gottfried to save it from going past the goal line. Big hit from Cooper. We're going to have a penalty here. I'm not sure how that's a penalty, really. Gavin Cooper's going to head to the box. He doesn't agree with it. I don't think that's a penalty at all. I'm not really sure what the problem with the hit was. But nonetheless, if this game's going to be called tighter, Danvers is going to have to adjust. Now with a 5-on-3, Masconomet with an extremely good chance to get one back. Danvers going to have to set up a nice zone on defense and clear the puck as much as they can. So we have a 5-on-3. Masconomet doesn't win the draw, but Danvers can't get it out of the zone. Danvers desperately trying to get it out now with a 5-on-3 shot. That one sails well wide and all the way out of the zone. Danvers needed that. Medeiros pressuring to try to waste some time with the puck as Gottfried and Langlis don't go past center ice, which is smart considering Danvers is well shorthanded on this 5-on-3 power play. Masconomet streaking well into the zone now, trying to get it in front. All the way around the net of the Chieftains trying to set up. Danvers desperately needs it to get it out now. Puck thrown in front. Shot! Good save from Evan Morey. Been great all season. Without him, Danvers might have a few more losses on their record sheet. We have Gavin Cooper and Aiden Hockney sitting in the penalty box, hoping that their defenders can bail them out and keep this game 2-0. Cooper Dunham with both goals for the Falcons. Face-off won by the Falcons. Not able to get it out, and now they do all the way down on net 2, and the goalie's going to have to shove it over to the Windover advertisement for Endicott College. 38 seconds remaining on the Hockney penalty, 1:10 remaining on the Cooper penalty. Dunham trying to get back and play the body. Now he'll go to the front of the net to support. He falls over. Masconomet trying to set up at the top of the key. Chieftain setting up. This one's thrown across. Godfrey's there. Godfrey trying to sweep at it. And the net comes loose again. Danvers will definitely take that. We got Cooper Wasong, a junior forward, on the ice here for the power play unit, along with number 23, Jano Ruggiero, and others. Masconomet doesn't win the draw, and Langlis will have to go chase it. Langlis gets it, and he'll throw it all the way out. This should be enough time to get a player out of the box, that player being Aiden Hockney with 5 seconds left. Swanton needs to get back, and he's chugging up the ice. What a play from Swanton! That's the type of hustle that Danvers needs. Swanton still playing the body. Look at Swanton go, wasting more time. Now just a 5-on-4, nice save. Masconomet trying to keep the puck in, they're not able to. 15 seconds now left on the power play. Medeiros trying to steal the puck. Medeiros gets it, he needs help, Medeiros. Look at this stick play from Medeiros. Gets it to Swanton, and this should kill the rest of the penalties for the Falcons. Now Danvers looking to take this PK to offense. Shot in front, no one there, but Danvers has players back to support. Both power plays come to an end for Masconomet, who's not able to get a goal out of them. This puck behind the net, and Morey will squeeze. So 2 penalties that Danvers definitely can't afford, but that penalty kill there was tremendous. Not too many high danger chances for Evan Morey. He made a couple of good saves, but other than that, his defense was more than alert to get those pucks out of the zone and out of the high danger chance in front of the blue crease. Now we got full strength with 5:04 remaining in the first period. Danvers with a 2-0 lead. Face off, puck is dropped. Now Danvers will try to chug up to this puck, and Masconomet will get back to it and throw it up the boards. Dunham, the goal scorer, looking for a Hattie early in this game, will throw it up into no man's land, and the Chieftains will retrieve. Masconomet dumps it deep into the zone and past Langlis' stick. Hockney, who's recently out of the box, will throw it up the boards to Langlis. Langlis needs some help, and he uses the body nicely. Now the puck's in front, not on net. Dunham, tremendous player, throws this one up into center ice, seeing if his players can get a stick on it, and they do eventually get it in the zone now. Fish throwing it in front, not to a stick. Masconomet's coach yelling for a hook there. He's not going to get the benefit of the doubt from the referee, who's already given them 2 penalties. Now this one's loose. What a save! Evan Morey on top of things in net right now. Fish throws this one up. What a play there, though, from Masco, keeping it in with the gloves. Now Danvers can take it out. They can take advantage now if a 2-on-1 with a player making a poor change. Shot, good stick save. Masconomet's coach there yelling that that was a bad change, as I talked about. Jackson Yesby had to be ready for it with the stick, bailing his defense out right there. He's bailed them out a couple times in this game, there's no doubt about that. Faceoff is dropped with Nick Vetrano and Owen Swanton for Danvers, Nick Vetrano for Masconomet. And the faceoff will find its way all the way down into Danvers territory, and this one will go for icing. Not the start Masconomet wanted, looking to play spoiler on the Falcons season. Let's say Falcons hold on to this game, they'll head to a 500 record, and then they'll play Triton Regional, who doesn't have a win in the season. Don't want to knock on wood, but they should win that game if they play the right way. So 2 winnable games for the Falcons. They just need to play on their A game to get both of those wins before they play a to-be-announced game in the second round of the tournament after Triton Regional from Newburyport, who hasn't won a game this season. Under 4 minutes now in the first period. Godfrey lays the body, puck in front. But Danvers, every time a puck has been in front, they've been on top of it and not let it fester. Now a chance here. Gavin Cooper with a 2-on-1. Nice play there from Masconomet. Couldn't quite see who the number was. I think it was number 3 for Masconomet, laying down there, making a good play there. That's Tim McManus. He saved a potential breakaway from Swanton. Tim McManus, a senior defender for Masconomet, keeping this game at 2-0 instead of potentially and more than likely 3, with Swanton being on a potential break. Looks like we're gonna have a penalty here. I didn't quite see what it was. We'll find out from the PA announcer in just a moment, but Nick Vetrano, who made that great play, or sorry, not Nick, he didn't make that play, but Nick Vetrano, number 4, in the box for the Chieftains. He's a junior forward. A lot of young players. In fact, Masconomet has 3 freshman forwards on their team: Cole Smith-Beaver, Cam Rubicki, and Lucas Polito. Danvers with a chance here to really take a commanding lead in the first period on the power play. Cooper will dump this puck in, and Danvers will play a dump and chase game. Danvers using the body. Good play there to keep it in. Danvers just trying to get control of the puck and set up. Ludi going over to the puck and using the body, and he gets support from his teammate. What a play there, almost from Medeiros. Kind of a football jump. He does play football for the Falcons. Almost keeping it in the zone there. A minute gone already in the power play. Danvers with not too many chances on it, but they still have time. Swanton gets surrounded by a couple defenders, and this puck's going to be sent all the way down to Godfrey, who has more than enough time to settle things down behind his goaltender, Maury. Tandy Maury watches Godfrey go up the ice. Swanton gets control of the puck. Swanton looking up. Swanton with a shot. That one sizzles wide and all the way out of the zone. Swanton has a hard shot, and that time too hard, goes all the way out. Godfrey, more than enough time to retrieve this puck as we enter 40 seconds remaining on the power play and the Nick Vetrano penalty for the Chieftains. Swanton coming up the ice, drops it off for Dunham. Dunham drops it off for Godfrey. Godfrey stick handles. Godfrey back to Dunham. Dunham looks up, sends it back to his senior counterpart, Godfrey. Godfrey across to Medeiros. Medeiros up to Godfrey. Godfrey back to Swanton. Swanton makes a pass. Swanton gets it back. Danvers making a lot of passes, but not going nowhere right now. Godfrey just keeps it in the zone. Medeiros takes a shot. It's going to be off of a stick. Pretty good defense from Masconomet on this power play. Not too many shots from the Falcons. Not a great power play overall. Swanton makes a stick handle move right there. A little risky, but now he'll lose it, and Danvers will have to tag up. Godfrey does a 360, but he'll get hit nicely there and lose the puck. Danvers playing the body. Dunham comes out of the pack with the puck and drops it off for Medeiros. Medeiros makes a tape pass to Langlis, who gets laid out, but it's not going to bite the Falcons as Dunham has done multiple times, come back to support his team with the stick. Medeiros dumps it off. Here come the Falcons, trying to get a goal with 25 seconds remaining in the first period. This puck's thrown in front to no one. Masconomet's captain makes a great move. Masconomet can take advantage here of a 3-on-2. Good play from Hockney as this puck floats into the zone. Here come the Falcons with 5 seconds left. See if they can make something happen. Puck around the net, thrown in front. Shot. That will do it for the first period, folks. Danvers with a 2-0 lead with their season hanging in the balance. They need a win, and right now they're on their way to it. We'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes, folks. Don't go anywhere. Senior night action continues. Welcoming you back to the second period. We take a look at the fan section here. A pretty good crowd for tonight's senior night. Danvers with a great first period, finding themselves up 2-0. Thanks to Cooper Dunham and his tremendous season continuing. He had 2 goals early in that first period. Then Danvers had a couple of penalties. There were 5-on-3, but they managed to kill off the penalty, so no harm done. Danvers sitting at 7-8-2, looking to get back to 500, and then finish out their season against Triton Regional, where they'll then play a second round tournament game after Triton Regional, who we think they'll beat. As we get ready for a second period, sorry, let me unmute the camera mic so you can hear all the great sounds of the game. Puck is dropped, Cooper Dunham loses the draw, and Masconomet will get things going. Puck is sent all the way in, and Gottfried will make a smart play up to Medeiros, who drops it off for Dunham. Dunham stick handling, tries to make a tape-to-tape pass, but it's hit down by a stick from the Chieftains. Chieftains in their own zone now. Throwing it up the boards, but it will make its way into D. Dominica's stick, who then will sauce it over to Gottfried up to Fish. Now Dunham takes the puck off of Fish's stick. Shot doesn't get all the way through, but Danvers keeps it in. Gottfried playing some offense. Puck at the top of the key. Fish tries to make a shot. He'll get a little lucky that didn't end up being a breakaway, as D. Dominicus can make his way back to the puck. Just a minute into the second period. D. Dominicus having trouble with the puck, but he'll find his partner in crime, Medeiros. Medeiros up to Fish. Fish needs some help. He'll break into the zone with Dunham watching. Puck doesn't get all the way in on goal. Referees wave off something, and it goes all the way in behind Morey, who's pointing over at some Masconomet players lurking in front of him. Danvers breaks out of the zone, and here comes Swanton. Swanton trying to take on the whole team. He's good at this. Swanton coming all the way in. On-angle shot through the blue paint and almost in. Now this one's thrown in front. Danvers scores! Danvers makes it 3-0. Too many players sitting in front for Masconomet to keep track of. That's number 21, Anthony Sheehan, the coach's son right there, scoring a goal to make it 3-0. Danvers dominating in this game right now. Now up 3-0. Face-off is won, and Gavin Cooper comes out of the pack with the puck. Hockney up to Sheehan, who just scored the goal. Sheehan's a freshman, but he doesn't play like one. Sheehan stick handling. Coming all the way into the zone, drops it off for Swanton. Not able to handle the puck, and he'll use the body to keep Masconomet from coming down the ice. Langlis looking over his shoulder. Langlis all the way up to Gavin Cooper. Not going to be icing as Cooper makes his way to the puck. Danvers trying to play the puck, and here comes Swanton throwing it in the middle. Shot! What a save! Goal's going to be waved off there, but really a tremendous initial save there from Masconomet's goalie right there. Really a nice save, sprawled out Jackson Yesby, who's definitely faced a lot of shots this game. Danvers now up 3-0. Cooper Dunham wins the draw up to D. Dominicus. He'll make the smart play, but it will come all the way out to him, and he'll have to go retreat. He has Gottfried next to him, who he will elect to make the pass to. Gottfried tries to slap it up to Dunham, and it flies up into the air. Danvers trying to forecheck here and keep the puck in offensive territory, and they do. Medeiros pivoting the body and keeping the puck along the corner boards. Masconomet unable to control the puck. And finally, the Chieftains come out of the zone. Here comes Masconomet trying to cut away at this deficit, and they throw it across the ice to no one. And Medeiros comes out of the pack. Medeiros being trailed, he needs to make a play with the puck. And he does smartly go back to Gottfried. Gottfried up to no one, and Masconomet intercepts, and they'll dump it in. Referee will wave icing as it was too close to the red line to make a call. D. Dominicus now with the puck. Throws it up to center ice. A lot of play in the neutral ice right now. Neither team really controlling the pace of the play in the last couple minutes. Now the Chieftains breaking in. Shot on net. Morey just makes the save off of the chest. Masconomet now developing a little bit of pressure. Danvers trying to deal with their forecheck, something they struggled with against Marblehead when they forechecked them. Masconomet forechecking well. Maury watching over his shoulder as Masconomet continues to play with the puck behind the net. Danvers using the body to keep the puck stuck. And finally, Danvers gets it out to neutral ice. This one's over to DeDominicus. A lot of sloppy play at neutral ice by both teams right now, but Danvers can afford to do that up 3-0. Masconomet cannot. Now Masconomet coming in, but this one's going to be blown off sides by the referees. I want to thank you to everyone tuning in on YouTube right now. We'll see. We've got 25 concurrent viewers. That's actually not very much, but we'll take it. Thought there would be more on senior night, but I guess a lot of people are probably here in person. 10:58 remaining in the second period. If you're just watching, Danvers has dominated this game 89 to 90% of the time. Swanton takes a puck off the face, but he continues to skate. He's feeling it right now. Puck is dropped in front of Maury. He has to be alert, but Langlis, more alert, comes out of the crowd with it. Danvers breaking into the zone, but the Chieftains get sticks to it, and they break it out. But once again, they kind of just throw it out to neutral ice and let Danvers retrieve it cleanly. Sheehan knew someone was behind him, so he played it up the sideboard. Swanton with a big hit right there. He laid into the fellow number 10, Drew Nelson, a senior. Danvers using the body right now, trying to continue to kill this game and take Masconomet out of it. Masconomet looking dejected as they make their way back to the bench, down 3-0. They're gonna have to find a way to get back into this game mentally. Right now, Danvers maintaining control of everything, including the puck right now. Fish will dump it all the way in. And Jackson Yesby has no choice but to cover the puck. Just under 10 minutes, exactly 1 second under it. Danvers continuing to dominate the game as we take a look at this fan student section here. Cooper Dunham and the first liners are now on the ice. Dunham wins the draw, but he's not able to keep it cleanly. And Masconomet's come out of the puck. What a move! Masconomet throwing it across. Shot! Maury was there to it. Thankfully, the shot was not too hard. Maury! Oh, that one sailed just wide of the post. Maury with some of his tightest moments right there. Now Dunham coming out, throwing it in the middle. We got a whistle here. I'm not sure what it is. We'll find out. Not sure what the whistle there was, but we'll play on. Swanton tried to win the faceoff to himself, and he sort of did, coming out with it. Shot. That one flies way up into the netting near the piping. Puck is dropped. Won by Danvers. Shot. Sticked aside by Yesby. Falcons keeping it in the zone. Gavin Cooper grinding away at the puck. Throws it down to Swanton, who finds DeDominicus at the top of the key. DeDominicus over to Gottfried. Back to Swanton. Swanton shoots. Sails far left to the left post. Gottfried swivels the body, but he gets hit off the puck right there nicely. Masconomet trying to break out, and Sheehan, the freshman, will make his way nicely back. Sheehan gets hit into the boards, but the puck still stays on Danvers' sticks. Masconomet forechecking now. DeDominicus goes to the puck and throws it up to Sheehan and looks over his shoulder. Sheehan not able to get it all the way out. Masconomet will just keep it in, but Godfrey now with plenty of time to make a decision. His decision is to go up to Swanton. Swanton Stick handles, tries to go all the way through. Not quite able to. Good stick there from number 10, Drew Nelson, the senior defenseman, to stop Swanton's move to the net. Under 9 minutes in the second period. Falcons up 3-0. DeDominicus jostling behind the net with the Chieftains, trying to get a shot on net. They're not able to. Now Dunham, not to be able to get to this puck cleanly. It's going to be played there by Drew Nelson. And Fish will dump it in. I think it went up into the netting. Puck is dropped, and the Falcons come out of the pack. Falcons grinding in there. That's number 20, Quinn Price, another senior player here. You don't always see him on the ice, but he does contribute when he's out there. That's no doubt about it. Under 8 minutes remaining in the second. Danvers dominating in this fast-paced game. Very little whistles. Morey will go back and leave the puck, and he'll instead have to play it up the boards to Quinn Price, who's not able to get to it. Masconomet takes control. Puck behind the net now. Hockney trying not to turn it over here, and he doesn't. Nice play there. Up to Quinn Price. Quinn Price dumps it around the net. But Masconomet with a clean pass behind. Here comes the assistant captain, number 8, coming out of the pack. That's Jack Whedon. A big hit there, gets a reaction out of the student section for Danvers. And this puck will go all the way behind Yesby. Yesby looking as his team cleanly gets it out. Hockney will make the smart play and dump it back to Ludi, who throws it up to neutral ice. A lot of play in neutral ice right now. It's going to be too many men on the ice. Referee is signaling. I believe it's against Masconomet. Could be against the Falcons. We'll find out. Coach was there for Masconomet, not agreeing. Head coach Andrew Bopel. Masconomet's not going to win that argument as Lucas Polito, the freshman forward, will head to the penalty box. Big penalty kill for Masconomet. Not wanting to get the game more out of hand than it may already seem for Masconomet on the bench. Danvers in their first line setting up. Cooper Dunham with plenty of time to think about things. Drops it off for Medeiros. Medeiros back to Dunham. Dunham throws it in front. It's loose. And Masconomet just swipes it away from the goal crease. 20 seconds gone in the power play, and Danvers grinding away. Gottfried, lots of time to make a decision. He has Swanton waiting for him. Swanton gets the puck. Swanton back to Gottfried. Gottfried over to Medeiros. Medeiros up to the top of the key to Gottfried. Gottfried back to Swanton. Swanton drops it down to the key. Swanton around the net now, looking for help, throws it in front. Gottfried shot! Wow, that one was close to going in. Just sailed over the net. Might have been saved, couldn't quite see. A minute gone in the power play. Danvers keeping it in the zone the entire time. Dunham, really no pressure on him. Makes an easy pass to Gottfried. Gottfried throws it over to Dunham. Dunham shot! Just goes wide. Danvers really threatening now. Swanton upset. He thought there was possibly a board in the left corner. I don't think the referee saw anything that deemed a penalty. I think there was a roughing, though, between number 9, Jacob Langlis for Danvers, and number 8, Jack Whedon. Something in front that I didn't quite see while I was checking the audio levels of the broadcast, which seemed to be good. Danvers will make a mass line change here. Their first line will come off the ice. Not able to get a goal, but they were really passing the puck nicely. Masconomet was really getting no pressure. In fact, their goalie was keeping them in it with a couple of saves. Gavin Cooper needs help, throws it down. Masconomet now with a chance to get out of the zone if they can get it cleanly. Instead, they're going to just waste some time holding it against the boards. Danvers throws it to the top of the key. This is Hockney. Hockney shot! Great save there from Jackson Yesby. And Masconomet sends it down the ice. This is a critical power play a penalty kill for Masconomet, trying to keep it at 3-0 and not get any worse. 30 seconds remaining on the Lucas Polito too-many-men penalty. Danvers trying to get a goal. Danvers threatening all the way in. This one will sail all the way around to Hockney. Hockney stick handling. Finds Quinn Price. Back to Hockney. Shot! Good save. Both teams not big fans of each other. Gonna have a couple of scuffles, things to say. Got some Masconomet students here distracting their own team, despite being down 3-0. Probably not an ideal situation. A couple of first liners will make their way onto the ice now, notably Drew Gottfried. Puck is dropped. Masconomet wins it. They won't be able to get it all the way out. This one goes all the way wide, but Sheehan keeps it in, and he'll make the smart play and go around the boards so Swanton can retrieve. Swanton with plenty of time as the power play comes to a close. Lucas Polito back on the ice, the freshman forward. A lot of young players in Masconomet. That's why their record might not be great, but in the future, they're set up nicely. Now the man on the penalty coming out. Masconomet with a 2-on-1. Swanton not back yet. Shot! Good save off of the skate blade of Evan Morey. He's been on top of things lately and in this game so far with a shutout. Two Danvers players crashed into each other, Ludi and Gottfried. Not what you want to see there. This one's thrown in front. Masconomet not able to get a clean stick on it. If they did, they might have had a good shot on net. 4:23 remaining in the second period. Masconomet looking for an icing, and they'll get one. Ludi gives a little stick tap to Gottfried. They knew, obviously, they're not trying to kill each other, so they are teammates, after all. It was an accidental crash into each other. Danvers got to feel good, though, about where they are right now in this game. Putting behind the Marblehead game this Tuesday in the back of their mind. Puck is dropped. Danvers trying to get it out of their own zone. Medeiros and others swarming the puck. Masconomet behind the net. Hockney gets down on one knee to stop the pass in the middle, which is effective as Masconomet throws it behind the net instead. Dominicus up the boards to Fish. Fish crashes into the boards. This one's loose in front. Morey closes the legs and nothing gets behind him. Top of the key. Tim McManus with the puck. Now behind the net. Masconomet threatening now. This is some of the best zone time they've had. Now they're going to lose it. Dunham not able to move cleanly up the ice, and the assistant captain for Masconomet will come out of it. That's Drew Nelson. 3:31 remaining in this second period. Danvers still up 3-0. Cooper Dunham trying to make a move. He's not able to get by, and the puck will come out to center ice. Masconomet trying to come up the ice with it. A lot of men back, though, for the Falcons, and they'll stop this shot on net from getting to Morey. Morey watching as the puck sails behind the net. Hockney throws it up, but Masconomet keeps it in, and finally it's out of the zone thanks to Dunham and his good play. Chieftains throwing this one up. Kind of an on-angle pass. Not quite able to get there as Hockney will retrieve the puck. He'll go behind the net, swivel the body, and Medeiros will come out with it. Medeiros over to Fish. Fish not able to get a clean stick on it, and Masconomet will take over the puck. What a move right there. Masconomet shot, not all the way through. Dominicus getting a stick on it to prevent the shot on net. Masconomet throwing the puck into the boards a lot here, but keeping it in the zone nonetheless. Masconomet's number 6 throws it up the zone there. That's Colin Leroyer, the freshman. Masconomet with some pretty good zone time, just not able to muster too many shots on net. Colin Leroyer, the freshman, settles with the puck there and finds a nice pass across. Masconomet playing a lot better in this second period than they did in the first. Now Swanton coming out of the pack. He loves to go up the side like this and make his way to the middle, which he does. Stick handling. Swanton finds Sheehan. Sheehan gets drilled. Gonna have a penalty though. Masconomet didn't agree with it there, but Sheehan did draw the penalty. Tim McManus, the senior defenseman, heading to the board. Senior on freshman hit right there. I think Sheehan's more than okay, though. I think he's still on the ice, or if not, he's perfectly fine there, and the trainer's not coming out or anything like that. So Danvers with another chance here. This power play going to take up pretty much all of this rest of this period, and then 4 seconds in the next if they don't score. First line on the ice, trying to put this game out of reach with 4-0. Swanton unable to get it cleanly, and a good clear there for Masconomet. Smart play there, really, by Masconomet's number 15 to clear the puck there. That's Eric Placido, a junior forward, who cleared the puck there to start off this penalty kill for the Chieftains. Now Swanton entering the zone, circling around the net and swarming. Swanton keeping his head up, not being pressured at all. Masconomet content with hanging back and blocking shots. Swanton not able to keep it cleanly, just keeps it in the zone. Over to Drew Gottfried. Gottfried across. Medeiros up to the top of the point. And Masconomet will clear the puck all the way down. Good start to the penalty kill for the Chieftains as Morey will play the puck to Gottfried. 1 minute gone in the power play, 1 minute left in the period, 1 minute left in the power play. Swanton finds himself in this part of the ice a lot. He'll throw it to the top of the key. Dunham back to Swanton. Swanton up to Gottfried. Gottfried stick handling. So much time to think about things. Plays it over to Swanton. Swanton stick handles, and now he'll have time. Swanton dumps it off to Langlis. Langlis over to Swanton. Swanton across. Goalie desperately diving. He does. Gottfried keeps it in with 30 seconds remaining in the period and in the power play. A couple second difference between both. Danvers threatening here. Masconomet desperately trying to keep this at 3-0. Shot in front. That one goes up over the net, but not into the netting as Dunham makes his way to the puck. Medeiros with a chance. Not in. The goalie on top of things right now. Swanton swivels the body, keeps it in. Behind the net now with 3 seconds remaining. Danvers trying to get one. They're not able to. And that will end the the second period. Danvers still up 3-0. A lot better of a period for Masconomet. When we come back, Masconomet's penalty will pretty much be over with just 4 seconds. We'll be back, folks. Don't go anywhere.
momentarily. Thank you to tonight's game sponsor, Residential Weatherization. The winning 50/50 ticket number for tonight's raffle is 001293. 001293. The winner of the highly anticipated scratch ticket raffle worth more than $350 or more is Nicole Anderson, sold by Anthony Sheehan.
Welcoming you back to the third period in a pretty fast-moving hockey game. Falcons up 3-0. Thank you to Nolan for filming this game tonight. He's doing a great job. He'll be with us for baseball in the spring, softball and lacrosse. We'll be filming those sports as well. Take a look at the bench here. Falcons feeling pretty good about where they stand. They just got to finish out this game. Just 15 minutes to go before they head on the road to Triton Regional in the Newburyport Classic, I believe is the name of it. I have to double check, but after this, assuming they win, they play Triton Regional, who hasn't won a game this year, win that game, and then one more game in the tournament. It's right now sitting at 24th in the power rankings. Just got to stay where they are, and they'll be in the playoffs. Period just begun here. Fish behind the net, looking to win the puck as Medeiros goes to chase and the referee gets out of the way. Now Dunham behind the net, throws it in front, and it's swallowed up by Yezdi. Sorry, Yesby, my apologies. I've said that right all game until now, of course. Puck is dropped. Swanton looks like he won it at first, but not quite. What a save in there by DeDominicus, who throw it over to Sheehan, just out of the reach of Sheehan's stick. Sheehan will play the body, and Swanton will go to retrieve the puck there. Swanton behind the net, throws it in front. Sheehan not able to get a clean stick to it, and he'll throw it back to Godfrey, who will smartly dump it in. Going to be a delayed offsides. So Masconomet has time to get it out of their zone, which they do. Here come the Chieftains, trying to break their way into the front of the net. Good clean hit from DeDominicus with the man on the puck. Now behind the net, DeDominicus comes to support Swanton. Puck in front, off of the pads of Maury. Already a minute into this third period. This one's kind of thrown into the middle of the ice, and Swanton will take control. Swanton, that one sails well wide. Now Langlis will keep it in. Masconomet's coach screaming at his team to keep the puck in the zone. Or not in the zone, but get it out of the zone. Now the Chieftains trying to take it themselves. Could have been a call there, but wasn't happening. Now Swanton coming out. We're gonna have a penalty. I believe it's probably on Jake Langlis there, getting a little too physical. Langlis doesn't like this other team. This is his second stint in the box. It's gonna be him and Nick Vitrano offsetting penalties. They're gonna both sit for 2 minutes, probably for roughing each other. Langlis definitely into this game emotionally. Benefiting his team though, as they're up 3-0, and Masconomet doesn't have a single goal on the board. 13 minutes remaining in the hockey game. Danvers with a commanding lead, trying to get more. This one's thrown up, and it does make its way to Dunham somehow, and he'll come up the ice. Dunham with a wide angle shot. Goalie was in a good position though. and it wouldn't get by into the net. Medeiros trying to win this puck, and Fish will retrieve. Fish gets drilled off the puck, and Masconomet's captain will come up the ice here. Masconomet coming in, throwing it in the middle. Not cleanly received, and they'll have to play it against the boards. Now Danvers coming out. Fish trying to stick handle, but he throws it too far in front of himself. And Masconomet throws it all the way in to neutral ice and past neutral ice in front of Evan Morey in the defensive zone. Hockney doing a lot of stick handling here, needs help, so he'll throw it up the boards, up to Swanton. Swanton likes to play with the puck at this part of the ice. He'll drill a hit there, and Masconomet comes out of the pack with the puck. Sheehan lays a clean hit there. Sheehan getting a little too physical there, but the referee didn't see it. These two teams don't like each other. It's evident right now. Very physical hockey game with 12 minutes left. Morey plays the puck smartly up to Sheehan. Not a bad idea right there from Morey, just out of the reach of Sheehan's grasp. Hockney over to Swanton. Now Swanton can break his way through neutral ice near the Endicott Goals logo. Swanton, stick handling, filthy move from Swanton. Drops it off to Sheehan. Sheehan's rip goes wide. Now it's loose in front. Almost in, not quite. Finally covered up by Yesby. Puck is dropped one cleanly by Swanton, and Sheehan will drop it off to Dominicus, who throws it over to Godfrey, and Godfrey quickly has to throw it up the boards. Now the Chieftains coming out. They have a 3-on-2 if they can take advantage of it, but a lazy pass is intercepted by Dominicus, who will try to make a cross tape-to-tape pass, and this one will go for icing. Puck is dropped, and Morey will squeeze. Face off again, won by Danvers, who will take it behind their own net. Medeiros will dump it off for Dominicus and find its way up to Fish. Danvers trying to break out cleanly, but they're not able to, and the Chieftains will keep it in momentarily, but Fish finds a loose change and comes out of the zone with the puck. Fish, stick handling, will make a hockey stop in the middle of the zone and dump it off. Dunham just keeping his stick on it. Dunham trying to find help. Godfrey just keeps it in. Fish over to Dominicus. Dominicus shots. Goalie down for Masconomet. Masconomet's coach screaming for a high stick to the head. I don't think he's going to get that call. Still adamant there should have been some sort of call there. We hope Yesby's okay there. He's having a good game. Without him, Masconomet would be down by more. Referee telling the coach if he saw something, he would have called it. He didn't see it. When he turned around, the goalie happened to be down. Didn't look like it to be anything purposeful, though. Medeiros being sent off here because his helmet and equipment is not quite up to par. So Swanton will have to take in on the draw with 10:53 remaining. Puck is dropped. Dunham not able to get a clean shot, but it will find its way to Ludi, who will throw a wild shot that's deflected all the way up into the right boards, high up near the netting. Dunham lays the body down, and it'll fall over doing it, but it will keep the puck in the zone. Now Yesby needs to get ready for this shot. He does, and he squeezes. Danvers looking to get one more goal to really finish things off. Still up. A commanding 3-0. Ludi will trickle this one all the way around the boards. Danvers will lay a hip check. And Masconomet will throw it up to Ludi. Ludi's going to have to go back and retrieve, being chased down by two Masconomet players in red and white. Danvers in blue and white. This one's off the stick of Maury and way up into the netting, so we'll get a face-off draw. Masconomet's coach barking instructions, trying to get his team to will their way back into this game with just 10 minutes left in the third period, down 3 goals. Fish will keep the puck at his skate blade and kick it into his own stick. Fish will turn around and use the body to hit a player off of him. Danvers playing physical, so is Masconomet. Heated rivalry. Fish chasing down the puck, and it's kept in by Danvers. Number 8, Keegan Crowley, who had some good minutes against Marblehead. Danvers trying to keep the puck in the zone as we're under 10 minutes in the hockey game. Keegan Crowley battling with D. Dominicus and others. Danvers does keep it in. And now Masconomet with a 2-on-1 chance if they can go quickly, but they're not able to. Danvers tracks their way back. Good steal right there by Keegan Crowley, but it's not out of the zone. Shot! Evan Morey was just ready for that one, and thankfully it went a little bit wide of him. Puck now at the middle of the ice, and Masconomet will dump it all the way in, and Gottfried will have time to go chase this puck, being chased down though. Gottfried eventually squeezes out of that, and he'll throw it behind for Swanton, who will take his time up 3-0. Puck now up to Gottfried. Gottfried defense to offense. He'll dump this one all the way in, but it hits a Masconomet player. Under 9 minutes. Gavin Cooper fighting for the puck behind the net. Captain for Masconomet chugging up the ice, trying to take advantage while his team trails. Puck is thrown in front. Danvers uses the body to play physical and get it away. Now Sheehan, the freshman, coming up the ice, but he's tracked down nicely. And now Masconomet will try to come up the ice. The Chieftains dump this one way up into the air. And Danvers is able to play it. Sheehan coming into the zone now, no offsides. Sheehan shot. Doesn't get nearly all the way through. Might have hit it Swanton, actually. Swanton trying to play the body. Not able to. Now puck at center ice. Langlis gets just to the red line and dumps it in. 8 minutes in the hockey game now. Danvers with a commanding lead. Trying to get their way into the playoffs by winning this game and giving the committee more things to think about on the power rankings. Danvers just gets it out of the zone now, and here comes Fish, but he's being tracked down. Fish trying to use the body to hold the puck. Now Dunham, shot! Not in. And the goalie squeezes as the puck hit the back of the boards and made his way back to him. Good awareness from Jackson Yesby, the sophomore goalie, to see that puck hit the net and come all the way back. 7:35 remaining in this hockey game. Danvers finds themselves up 3-0. Medeiros gets two-hand shoved, but Ludi finds his way to the puck at the top of the key. Needs some help and finds Medeiros. Medeiros shot. Yesby squeezes it, but he doesn't hold it, and Danvers keeps the puck. Another good hit from Masconomet, trying to play physical to finish out this game. Medeiros getting hit again, needs some help, and he finds that help. Now puck thrown in front. Yesby, really clean period from him right now, keeping his team in somewhat of a striking distance with just 7 minutes left in the hockey game. Puck is dropped, won by the Falcons, and Ludi is at the top of the key. Ludi dumps it off to Gottfried. Gottfried's shot, not all the way through. Chieftains will try to break out, but Ludi there for the puck. Danvers will be content to go backwards and waste a little bit of time, up 3-0. Swanton's stick snaps in half, and he'll have to go get a new one. Swanton instead will go for a change. Ludi throws it up the boards, but Masconomet intercepts. Now Medeiros lays the body cleanly, not against the boards. Masconomet's shot doesn't get all the way through. 6:33 remaining in the hockey game. Danvers with a good performance so far. Just got to finish out this game. Now Gavin Cooper, stick handling and moving up the ice. Cooper loses the puck. Pretty good steal there, actually, from Masconomet's number 10, Drew Nelson. Drew Nelson needs help. Puck is behind the net. Gavin Cooper intercepts, and he'll dump it off for Dunham. He has 2 goals in this one. Tries to throw it in front. Not able to get in. Danvers continuing to waste some time, though, and keep it in the zone. Good skate there from Gottfried. Under 6 minutes, Danvers continuing to play good hockey in this third period and stay where they are. Fish, smart play there, dumps it all the way in, and it's behind the net. Masco makes some good changes, trying to will their way back into this game. Swanton slaps at the puck and keeps it in. Swanton being tracked down by a couple Masconomet defenders who need to use their size against the big Swanton. Sheehan slaps at the puck and it goes behind the boards. And Hockney keeps it in. Hockney has so much time. Throws it. That one goes well wide. Langlis gets drilled, but he keeps the puck in to Dunham, who drops it off to Fish. Thomas, stick handling, not being pressured too hard, makes a shot. Good save there. Sheehan gets shoved in front. Masconomet defending their goalie. They felt someone might have crashed into him there. So Sheehan takes the worst of it. Sheehan actually going to get a penalty as well as the guy who shoved him over. Couldn't quite see who it was. So offsetting penalties won't harm Danvers, and Sheehan will find his way into the box. 5 minutes left in the hockey game. Danvers trying to just get their way to the finish line. Masconomet's coach screaming for them to just steal the freaking puck. Thomas Fish will play this puck backwards, and he'll throw it over the middle, and it will find its way to neutral ice. Langlis not able to get a stick on it, so Hockney will go up back and retrieve behind Morey. Hockney crashes into the boards himself, and he'll throw it up the side, and Masconomet will intercept. Tim McManus was the one on the penalty, and Sheehan for Danvers got the penalty too. 4:30 left in this hockey game. Danvers all but has this one wrapped up. They just got to find their way to the finish line and play smart. Langlis being physical with the puck. Hockney will be smart and back up as he has people to support him. A lot of time here for Danvers to play smart. Langlis plays the puck, but it's kept in by Masco, tries to make a cross crease pass. Hockney plays the body. Drew Gottfried swiveling behind with the puck, and he'll throw it up the boards, kept in by the Chieftains. Cross ice pass, shot on net. That one definitely hit the netting, but the referees didn't call it, so we'll play on. It absolutely hit the netting, but we're going to play on anyways in a 3-0 game. Puck now in deep into the zone. That one swiveled in front. Oh, what a hit there. Oh my, what a hit there from Zachariah Reardon, who had his first varsity goal a couple nights ago at home, I think against Peabody, not nights, but games. As we are now have an injured player for Masconomet against the boards. Number 8 for Masconomet really pissed off right now. Maybe he took a hit that wasn't super great there. That's Jack Whedon, the senior defenseman. Looks to be in a lot of pain there on the bench, or he wants revenge. Grabbing his lip there, took a pretty mean hit against the boards potentially, or he fell. I wasn't quite sure what happened. Medeiros takes a shot that goes well wide, and Danvers just trying to get these 3 minutes all but wrapped up. Masconomet wins the puck off of the stick of Fish and Medeiros coming into the zone, trying to make their way to Morey. Around the net, they throw it to the top of the point. Masconomet stick handling, but not cleanly. Madero's trying to get a breakaway, but he's not able to get there, as Masconomet had one man back to support on defense for their goalie Yesby. Under 3 minutes now. Fish steals this puck, throws it in the middle. Madero's not able to get his stick to it as it was intercepted in the defensive zone. Masconomet now trying to get a goal. Shot saved by Maury. Now under 3 minutes, 2:45 exactly in this hockey game. Danvers gonna win this game and head to Triton for their second to last game of the season before playing the second round of the tournament against a to-be-announced opponent. 2:20 remaining. Gavin Cooper keeps it in. Swanton off of the stick and the shoulder blade of the goalie. 2:20 remaining. Masconomet just trying to get one on the board. They'll wrap it all the way around and Maury will play it. Maury looking, he'll leave it for Ludi. Ludi gets pressured immediately though, and Danvers loses it. Now in front, Maury's in the right position. Got some physicality now. Swanton wasn't happy at that swipe at Maury when he had the puck cleanly in his grasp. Referee's trying to break them up as this game's all but over anyways. Just got to get out of here. Marblehead's coach livid, even though this game is over. Swanton takes the draw. Kind of a contested face-off, and Marblehead comes out with it. Langlis lays a mean hit right there. This game's getting physical to finish out. Danvers has won this game, but now they're going to play physical and continue to dominate with 1:50 to remaining in the hockey game. 1:40 and counting. Danvers now coming up the ice here. Here comes number 7, Brady Swanton. Shot doesn't make its way through the Masconomet feet. Brady Swanton makes a swipe at the puck, but he's not able to get it. And now Cooper will try to play it. And we're gonna have a penalty on Langlis, who's made his way to the box. Kind of a parade to the box. Hasn't affected the team though. He still played well regardless. Langlis is pissed. He's going to slam the penalty box. Didn't quite agree with the call, but should not affect Danvers the rest of the way. Up 3-0 with a minute to go. Puck is dropped, won by Masconomet. Trying to get a goal. Puck across. Good play from Godfrey to lay down and swipe it up into the netting instead of letting up a cross-crease pass in front of the net. Power play for Masconomet to finish out this game. Danvers will be short-handed the rest of the way. It's not up on the board yet, but Dunham lays a big hit. Cooper Dunham playing physical to finish this game. Shot! Masconomet gets one to make it 3-1. That's number 4 there with the goal. Nick Vitrano, the forward, making it 3-1. Masconomet trying to get a miracle to happen for them, now down 3-1 with 58 seconds remaining in the hockey game. Cooper Dunham discussing some things with the referees. Masconomet berating the referee as they've done all game. Looking to see if there should be a continued power play for Masconomet. Looks like Cooper Dunham is heading to the box here. Not a good finish to this game from Danvers. They should be able to hold on, but not exactly the way they want to finish out this game. Danvers going to try to just waste some time up 3-1. It would be a lot more scary if they were only up by 1. Masconomet wins the draw, trying to draw this game even closer with 50 seconds. Masconomet keeping it in the zone, trying to get 2 goals in 50 seconds. That one's intercepted, and Medeiros will throw this one all the way down. At least that's the advantage for Danvers. They can clear the puck and not have to worry about icing with 30 seconds remaining. Swanton pressuring to try to waste more time. Now here comes Medeiros to do the same thing. 30 seconds remaining. Danvers up 3-1. They just let up a goal and got another penalty from their senior star player, Cooper Dunham. 25 seconds left. Danvers is going to win this game. Even if they let one up, it should be over. Medeiros playing the body. Masconomet, shot. Maury saves. Masconomet's coaches are going crazy here about a minuscule amount of time, down 2 goals with 14 seconds left. That penalty was for roughing. Face-off won by Masconomet, but Danvers comes out of the pack with it, and Gottfried will throw it up the boards. 9 seconds left. We're going to have another penalty. Probably for roughing, I would imagine, or something like that. Danvers going to head back to 8-2, and they are going to probably make the playoffs as long as they can handle business against Triton Regional and then their next tournament opponent in Newburyport for the Classic tournament that's coming up shortly. We're going to have 4-on-4 for 7 seconds. Danvers is going to take a 3-1 lead, or 3-1 win, my apologies. Masconomet not able to come back in this game with 5 seconds left. Masconomet will play with it behind their own net. Masconomet not happy about this loss. Danvers going to take this win, 3-1. Head to 8-2 before heading to Triton Regional. Hopefully getting a win there and heading their way to the playoffs again. That will do it. Good night, everyone.
At Goldfish Swim School Danvers, we're more than just swim lessons. We're about building confidence, teaching life-saving water safety skills, and creating a golden experience in every lesson. With small class sizes, a warm 90-degree pool, and a large viewing area for parents, every detail is designed to help kids feel comfortable and excited to learn. We're proud to be part of the Danvers and North Shore community, supporting families, celebrating milestones, and cheering on our local teams. Goldfish Swim School Danvers. Swim by to check us out. And remember, you got this!